3, 2, 1. There we go. Looks like everything is going. Alright. Welcome, welcome. We are once again going to try freaking Apex. Let's see if it decides to play.
I found a picture of me when I draw at night and you have the AC up.
It's true. My wife, Goblin Queen of the Blankies.
I get chilly.
You do. You
I just took off my blankie, but now I'm chilly again.
You get chilly willy and your tail is gold. Ah-hee-achoo. Alright, well, it's actually working today, so that's nice. Maybe. Let's see how this goes. I feel like between the tournament going on and everybody trying to do the event, Apex servers are once again not doing the best. But, that's unsurprising. Alright, so let's see what we get. We got a Horizon player. Oh, no. They're gonna go Octane, huh? Okay. Ah, he took Fuse. Boo! Well, Lifeline it is. Gonna play his life bot. Medic alert, right here. Just call me the Gajinka of the Life Alert medical bracelet.
This is such an honor. I'll tell you about it sometime.
Enemy squad, a level 1. Yo, how's it go? Hopefully this will actually behave today. You know what? There we go. I'm playing as MedicBot 9000. Because somebody took my fuse! I'm actually pretty happy that it actually worked today, because yesterday was just like, it did not work at all. So, like, well, okay. Good job. Once again, new event working as intended. Can't be played for a couple of days.
Spotted an enemy.
Contact with target.
Alright, I might as well play Genshin while I wait for all my commissioners to respond.
Shake them down. Alright. Gotta get some stuff.
I got 2 today. I swear it goes like nothing for days and then like everybody piles in.
Mm-hmm. Why didn't you... You didn't save our partner at all, you jerk. Stop letting them have information. Kill them. One more.
I have a friend to game with.
Got him. Yeah. They say hello.
Hello! I have a giant pickaxe.
Yep. Ah, a win with a pistol. How to make them suffer.
Clip Studio be like, do you want to save the changes you made to the gay porn reference you used for this picture? No. No, it's fine. I'll use it again later.
No, I'm good. I hope they got big mad about losing to a pistol, but I love using that stupid pistol. It's the most garbage weapon, and everyone's like, oh no, how could you win? I'm like, ha, click, go burr. Oh, really? Did he disconnect? Is it going to be like that today? Apex servers. 100% reliable, none of the time. 100% of the time, they work 50% of the time.
Contact with us.
Yeah, that's nice. Stop playing with the body of our teammate and actually get into the firefight. Rude. He's got peekers advantaged. Whoa, hey! Ah, bugger. I mean, we're toast. Our third person already just blobbed out, so... Yeah, thanks. That's nice. Stop that. Yep, and there goes our... But dude, you are losing a point-blank fight with a shotgun. How are you missing? Well, yep. Great. But if I leave the match, I get penalized for it. Great. Squad. Which one is it? It's Axiom? Yeah. Axiom. Court player. Gameplay disruption. Inactive. Report. Okay. Where did you eat that knuckle cluster to, sir? He just threw a grenade somewhere. I saw him. Hey. Yeah, that's some good hits on him. Crap, I gotta go. Yeehaw. Okay. Now I'm safe-ish. Oh, no, I'm not okay. Okay, now I'm safe. You know, relatively. Banged up, but safe. God, they've been coming. Rude. Got him. Don't let him stay up there giving away information. Suck it. Alright, so that means he went down. Alright. There we go. Nice. Alright, it's been a fun game. I'm having a lot of fun with it. How was that match point? Wow, okay. Alright. Fine, we'll go with that. I'll get a couple. You know what? I actually do need to have a couple of grenades because I'm tired of not having those.
Rest easy now, my ultimate's charged.
Alright, so. let's go to our spot that we're going to be at, and then I'll drop a care package down with us. Because that'll A, give us some cover, and B, give us some loot.
Calling in a lifeline package. Enemy contact.
Wow, that guy's a bad shot. Also, free package. What did we get? Nothing? Not much of much. Alright, well, I'll take that.
Crowd up.
There we go. Where'd he go? Shit. Yep. Alright, that's one down.
Let's draw me up. I'm getting shot at. Enemy down.
There we go. We want to... Yeah, there we go. Always make them burn up their stupid alt. Do not let Bloodhound get in on you. If he's using his alt, just wait it out. Waste his time. Because if he gets somebody down, it resets the alt. And he's already moving faster and can see you. So just waste his time. That's all you have to do. That's how you beat a Bloodhound. Just annoy him and waste his time. Nice. That was a good round. Nice. Alright. See, right now there's the Monsters Within event, and it's pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, okay. Neat. Yeah, it's their Halloween event, and I like the way a lot of the stuff looks, to be honest. I think it's fun. Oh, goodness. Now it's that Encore map. This is the one that wasn't working yesterday. I wonder if it'll still be effed up today. Because it's not going.
It went away from me. Have it!
It's trying not to die, dear. Generally, those things do
It
that.
was a feather!
Man, I don't know what the deal is with this. I'm gonna let it, okay, there it goes. Now it's matchmaking, so maybe it's just because it's such a new map, it's really buggy. They're not exactly the best at putting out new anything, so I'm unsurprised. Ha, toy, let's go. That's funny. Let's see if this game actually loads, and if people come in on both sides. Probably not, but we'll find out. Oh, man. Well, that's not a good sign. Alright. Yep, just the two of us today. Okay. Well, I'm gonna fuse it up, because why not? And a Wraith player, huh? Okay. Well, that's fine. That's gonna be a special match anyways. We don't have a third person, that's not surprising. I wonder if they got a third person. Or if this is just like a 2-1. Let's see what we get. And... oh, great. Fantastic. It's a 3-man squad and a guild. Of course. Sure, why not? Alright, so what's this map like? Wow, okay. Huh. So it's pretty wide open. Resources are dead center. Health packs are to the sides. Interesting. This is like a paintball arena. Okay. Credits are low. Oh my goodness. Great. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, all three are right here. Yep. Yeah, this is gonna be a garbage match. Man. Can't believe I missed like that. That's on me. I should have landed those hits. I had a surprise on him. Oh well. Alright, there we go. Let's go with the fancy lad. Yeah, this is an interesting place. This is more like a paintball arena. Everything's wide open. There's like little tidbits of cover to go from.
Enemy over there.
Yeah, okay. So they're over there. Ah, you got me before I could reload. That's garbage. Yeah. Well, at least this will be over quickly. This is I hate when it's like this because there's not really much you're going to do about it. It's just going to be a loss because the sheer fact that you have one less person. It's just boring. I'm honestly just going to dink around. Just play with some... Oh, well, that would affect some things.
They may win this one.
Let's go here.
I don't like that. I want to switch to that. Yeah. There we go. We might as well just get this over with because, like, this is just a junk match.
Good this way.
Spotted an enemy.
Okay.
Knuckle cluster out.
Recharging my shield.
Enemy in.
Hit. Yep. Yeah, well. Yeah. What's going on there? Had a big lag spike. What is going on? Are you uploading anything, honey?
No.
Huh. Okay. Oh, no, that's back to normal. That's weird. Well,
Our internet's weird.
yeah, it's doing the thing. Yeah, is it just freaking tanking?
The only
Man.
thing I have up is Genshin.
Yeah. I mean, you're not doing multiplayer on it, so.
No. Never!
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. No!
No, I think this is the internet thing is doing the thing again. Let me check. Last time I had to just reset the internet. And come on, get to the upload. That's what I need to know. Yeah, it's our upload is chugging. That's such garbage. There it goes. Alright, looks like the internet's stabilized again. Freaking great. Wonder what causes that. I think it is our neighbors, because ever since they did what they did over there, we've had like problems with stuff like the outlet that we can't use, and the internet gets futzy sometimes and stuff like that. Well, I gotta do more arenas because I need to get the 3 arena wins. I'm gonna try that. Supposedly, on the mobile version of Apex, there is actually a significantly better firing range for like learning how the gun shoots and practicing and things like that. Which is kind of funny because it's on the mobile game of all things. But yeah, you know, to each their own, I guess. Be nice if they had that on like a proper console, like the PC, you know, where all your player base is. But what can you do? Alright. Wow, yeah, it's doing the loading thing again. What is wrong with this map? This is like a cursed ass map, I guess. Which is ironic because it's the Halloween map. But like, man, does it just not work well? All the other maps, fine. You just run it as you go. Encore, just right down to the ground. I don't know what the deal is with this map, why it doesn't seem to work right. Q, fuck off. What, did you just have literally everybody lose out of the match or something? Or bug out because the servers died? Probably, actually. Probably, yes. More players in Q. Wait, how are there more players in Q? How am I going backwards in Q? Yeah, okay. I am not all that patient to get into a buggy ass map. Especially if, once again, we don't have a full squad. If we don't have a full squad, I'm not playing any more arenas after that. Now we're at 153. Fuck you, get me in a game. Why is the queue going backwards? Apex, I don't think you understand. There we go. Sure, whatever. Still 150 people in queue, but you know. Wow, actually, we have a full team this time. Alright, so that's a start. Shiny. I'm not seeing that skin. I don't really play Seer that much though, so I don't really see much of the stuff that he has. It's pretty funny too, because like Seer was really made to be the answer to Bloodhound and like have some variety, and then people were like, wow, he's really good and super cool, and then a lot of people went back to Bloodhound. Especially because they have that stupid event like less than a month after they put him out. So they have this new event that's like, hey y'all, remember how we said we were trying to do this guy so that he'd be like an answer to Bloodhound? Remember Bloodhound? Why don't you go play Bloodhound? I think you're doing this wrong. I mean, yeah, we want you to buy this new character, but also, hey, Bloodhound. You know, the one that everybody gets. Alright. Okay. Let's go. I'm happy. Go, go.
That'd be an enemy, fellas.
Oh, there's one spotted.
I have gathered materials.
But
Materials, mate. Look beyond the veil. Marking our surroundings. That'd be an enemy, fellas. I'm taking fire. Reloading. Down. Hostile close.
did we get this guy to move?
Hostile close.
How can I?
Check it out. Care package coming in. More enemy knuckle cluster.
Ah, crap. Ah, they got me. Blood Hunter. He's a very good character. Makes little to no sense, but that's all good. Hello, yes, I am Bloodhound. I have an animal name. This is my crow, Arthur. He has a people name and a gender. This is my crow. He has more personality and backstory than I've been given up to this point. They even have like little quips for Arthur and stuff like that. Like Pathfinder has little like taunts where Arthur shows up. Meanwhile, Bloodhound. Yes, I have story. Have you met my crow? Alright. What? Fine. Enjoy. One. Nope. Come on. Ah, you gotta be giving me shit. I mean, yeah, the crow is obviously the main character that we needed.
The crow has a people name and a gender.
Yeah.
Bloodhound has an animal name and is non-binary.
There we go. Obviously, the crow is the main character that we needed in this game. Honestly, you have like a bunch of weirdos and like goofy ass shit, and then you just have like, hi, yes, I just like my crow. I'd like everyone to meet him. Then you have like Pathfinder, who is just legitimate good boy. Pathfinder's like, did you know? I used to be a waiter, and now I have a punching arena, because that's fun. Already in a firefight, huh? Ah, man, I'm just off today. Alright, there we go. Wow. There you go. Get Bloodhound up. You can do. He's in cover. Both of us are in a lot of cover. You could totally get us up. Just pick one. Here, look. I'll come to cover. There you go. One's coming. Well, you held too long, and now we're just mobile cover for you. Well, one's dead. Okay. Ah, come on. Well, that was quick. I hate this map already. This is just so fun. Oh, God. I have to wait for this cursed-ass map to load, and there's a queue, and all this other crap. Ugh. This is not a fun time. I really gotta figure out why I'm having such trouble getting... Like, I'm having way more trouble aiming than I usually do, and I'm not really sure what that's about. I may have to recalibrate my mouse again. Wouldn't be the first time I have to redo the calibrations. Sometimes it just gets off when there's an update.
If there's dirty deeds need doing, I'll do 'em dirt cheap.
Dirty deeds done with sheep.
We're going to
That is a very blue loba. Blue da boo dee da boo da boo dee da. I'll probably, depending on how this goes, I'll probably go back to doing just the regular game mode because these arenas are being a little special. Ba -ba -da -da -ba -ba.
Oh,
There.
you're all dressed up. Now let's paint this place red.
There you go. Alright. Ba 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 da ba ba da ba. Ba da ba da ba da ba.
Enemy there.
Serving him a knuckle sandwich.
Ooh, that guy's super laggy.
Reloading. They shoot at me.
But where am I getting shot from? The fuck?
Target down. They're shooting at me.
That's super jank.
But this time it was skill.
That's sketchy. Well. Nah, that's not what I'm doing. Yeah, that's really sketchy. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Oh, the devotion? This low money? Nah.
Gotta clown that away.
Taking fire.
Here comes the old knuckle cluster. Got some materials.
Taking fire.
Yeah, he immediately saw me through the smoke. That's, yeah. That Pathfinder's super sketchy.
Recharging my shields.
Reloading.
Slash 2. Another bogey down. One sec. Healing up.
Yogi here.
Okay. Alright. Well, we won. I guess. Alright. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like that Pathfinder is sketchy as heck. Like, he was super, like, their their Valkyrie was just like a real slow falling. And I can see, I don't know if you guys can see it, but my top right, I have my ping and my FPS. So I can see that I'm not lagging in this game, and my FPS is running pretty good. So I can tell that someone is just weird or jank.
Here comes the old knuckle cluster.
They're shooting at me.
Stand back. Knuckle cluster's firing.
Well,
Reloading.
Reloading. Charging on my shield. Care package arriving.
Happy. Got us a care package coming in.
Reloading.
yeah, he's trying to bait those shots.
Frag out. Recharging shield.
Enemy here.
Taking fire.
Oof. scooted. That's unfortunate.
Being shot at. Reload.
I spy an enemy here.
Crash.
Clown taken down.
Fuck.
Sometimes luck is
Oh well.
but this time it was skill.
Yeah, there he is. And he somehow, from almost full health, one shot at me. I'm reporting that guy. That guy's super sketch.
1 point and they win. Give it all you got,
I
mate.
can't, can I? Yeah, I have to wait until the end to be able to report him. Of course. Because that's heckin' useful. You can report your own squad for being able to, like, mic spamming and stuff. But when a guy is visibly cheating, you have to wait until you're dead. Or the game is already lost. Because that's useful. Why report him during the match? Or have a way to even do that? Like, I don't know, say a guy has a name like Hitler was right. Well, you can't report that. And trust me, I've seen a lot of just freaking awful ass names. So. Okay.
Enemy over there. I wonder what they found.
Here comes the muddler.
Taking fire.
Got one. Sort of.
Check it out. Care package coming in.
Did I? I got a little bit of damage. Wow, that guy just yeeted. That must be their Pathfinder.
Shooting at me.
Mm-hmm.
Launching me knuckle cluster.
Cover me. I'm using a Phoenix kit. Under fire.
Shooting at me. Deploying me knuckle cluster.
Just a sec. Healing up.
Juicing me shields.
Oop.
Need some help over here.
Yeah, yeah. Oh well. Wow, that's stupid buggy. Yeah, look at that. Wow, that guy is. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, two of their team is just freaking cheating the whole time. That's. But I have to wait until the very end of the match to be able to report those guys. One for using lag switching because he keeps turning that guy, the name not found, just turns off his lag switch off and on. And Uninspired has aim hacks. So, super good. That's really good. But I have to wait until the end to be able to report them. So, report. Uninspired was the C, and that was the aimbot guy. Report. And name not found. There we go. Report that person. Movement. Ah, you fucking piece of shit game. Thanks, EA. Well, hopefully that report went through, but still, that's such a trash way to have to do everything because you have to wait. Ugh. I'm going back into normal game. I'm done with that cursed ass map and these cheating ass bastards. Or at least have some fun while I'm playing this game. I mean, if you report them, especially for some things, they do, like, it does pop up on an automated thing to go and take a look at it. And some of these people are so freaking blatant. Like, there was one that I reported that was The guy was just teleporting around the map. It's just like, really, dude? Really? And so at least some of that does, like, not on Call of Duty, but at least here, they do a little bit of work with it. Particularly, like, offensive stuff or people just, like, screeching in the, microphone and things like that. So at least there's some of that. But, yeah, it's hard to say. Apparently, they does a lot of stuff in New World. Because in New World, you could just, like, you can spam reports on people and get somebody on auto one-day ban. Which apparently some really crappy ass people have been doing that to like enemy guilds. So they'll like spam report some of the top people in the guild to get them a one-day ban because it's like bots and stuff. And the bots will just auto ban somebody for a day so that they can go and like take a look at what's going on. But it still means that one of their people is, auto banned during a raid or something like that, so they can't take part in a big event. It's like, okay, seriously, that's funny, but stop it. Like, hopefully Amazon will get their shit together on that, but who knows. Oh, good. Apex is just working really good today. Just, for fuck's sake. Ugh. For heaven's sakes, game. Why are you being such a problem child? There we go. I don't know what the deal is with EA and why they are just absolutely refusing to spend any time, money, or effort on getting their servers to stop just shitting a brick constantly. But this is ridiculous. Yeah. This is just goofy.
Oi.
Hello, pretty lady.
Hello, handsome man.
Our one teammate is Sir Stinky Banana. Aw, look at the cute little Halloween skin for Watson.
Aww.
That's
Very cute.
adorable.
No fapping about, fellas. Let's bloody do this.
You know those pink knit socks I found? I
Yeah.
found them cheaper on Amazon.
Oh.
Just like old times.
I
Yeah.
won't get them if you want them.
Knee-high knit socks.
They'll look good with my Kirby coaster.
It's true. They'll look adorable.
Introducing your champion.
Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Man, that means that person has the boxing gloves for.
Jump master.
Oh no.
Let's give this a blast, eh?
No, I'm not.
Yes, long bite.
I'm the
How
jump
do you
master.
type with boxing
I lead
gloves
the
on?
way.
I don't fear it.
Very carefully.
Can you seriously?
Let's go.
That's weird. There's like a little. Oh boy. What is going on here?
Enemy right here.
Reload it. Flash one, go be down.
Right here.
Yeah, that was a.
I'm there. Let's give you a do-over, huh?
How are they? Oh.
Wow. Imagine passing out without even taking a step. Reloading.
Don't be here.
Well.
Round one. Beginning ring count.
Enemy here, fellas.
Ah. Yeah. This is already over. So. Yep, there we go. Alright, on to the next. That was trash before it began. Alright. Let's get another go. Because I want to get that loot pack before I switch over to another game. Because it's always nice to get a loot pack. Except it's, gambling and all that. Oof. Ah, man. Speaking of gambling and stupidness, Overwatch 2 has been really trying hard to get, like, Please, please, we promise this will be good. You'll like the game, we promise. As they say literally everything that people don't want. Like it's going to be a 5-player game instead of a 6-player game.
Why would they do that?
Because they're stupid. They want it. Whoa, well, that went buggy. That didn't work.
Ah! You broke yourself.
Apparently.
Oh, you're back.
Yep, there we go. But yeah, so it's like it's now going to be a 5-player game. They're getting rid of one of the tank spots. They're now designated spots instead of being able to swap around.
I was scrolling my order.
They have what the heck? Where'd it go again? Hello? Hello, sir.
You're so tiny!
Why am I so tiny and slowly? Heck! Okay. That was just alright. Whatever. A little bit of technical difficulty there. But yeah, so it's like they're basically changing every character. So anybody who is a pro player on Overwatch 1 is now completely useless. All of the characters are now going to be completely different as well. So, like, if you liked a character because it does X, it now is completely different. So why would you even bother? Also,
You're saying anyone who actually likes Overwatch is just going to play the first one.
yeah, basically. There's really no reason to switch to the second one. And also, like, it's actively hating you. Like, everything that I hear about the second and every new thing they say about the second is just more of a reason to never go to near it at all. It is just, man. I've never seen a company hate itself and everyone else so much. It's just like, what? Yeah, you know, we're not gonna put out I'm not gonna put out this other black character until we make the second game 2 years later. I mean, we could put this character out at any time. We're waiting until Overwatch 2 now. Well, somebody should play Overwatch 2. People should like this game, right? Like, they're just progressively getting worse. Alright, well, you know what? Why not? Let's put the fancy on the longbow, and now I'm a sniper. I got the 301 from running around gun.
First blood. The battle begins.
Alright. And a movement there. Well, we gotta get... Yes.
Marking our surroundings. This was a recent battle here.
Probably.
Round spotted over here. Buster.
Oh boy, there's a lot in there. You could have just yeeted a grenade in there, friend. You could have had my back. Wait, that's 2 teams working together. For fuck's sake. Ugh.
I'm Paul, I'm grumpy.
That's just fucking great. There's just 2 teams working together there. Sure, why not?
I play multiplayer games and I'm upset but offended I have to play with people. Because people suck and I should just play single player games.
Yes, because people are cheating ass motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's what happens when you play multiplayer games.
No. This is not what's supposed to happen.
Your VTuber's casually looking up.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe you should look. Oh, there he goes. Nope.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah. I'm gonna take out the garbage and maybe go for a little walk.
Okie dokie. Do the calibration thing. Maybe it just needs to be. There we go. It's like maybe it just needs to be calibrated.
My
again.
beautiful VTuber.
Yes.
Hold on to me, Cole. This won't
So
take a
beautiful.
So
So powerful.
majestic. Plop.
My lungfish army is growing.
Lungfish. You need more of the lungfish.
Very beautiful. Very powerful.
You're a champion.
I wonder if it's maybe because I'm standing behind you though.
It shouldn't be. I think it's because like a couple times I've like turned my see?
yeah.
I've turned my head really far.
I like how you snap at it.
Yeah, because that usually resets it if I cover my face.
Oh, there you go. Bother, 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 bother.
Being pasteurized.
Yes.
Well,
You're looking at me.
yes, because you're cute. Well,
We ought to go here.
it doesn't pay rent. Oh, well, you know.
It's go time.
All right.
Shotgun bolt here. Got to clear that away. First blood. Someone's been a rascal. We're already inside the ring? Damn. I could have used a good run. Screw it. Enemy here. I'm not done yet. Got one right here.
Well, we're dead.
Sergeant, let's go here. Come on. One of us right here.
Really do.
Cole, you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm putting the last donut in the fridge so I throw it back.
Okay. I just want to get the stupid pack. Ugh. I'll eat you at my leisure. I just want to have one good landing so I can get the stupid pack. And I'm switching off this game. I've already talked about Apex today. This is Apex working better today. I don't know what the deal is with people today. I'm not feeling it right now. I'm going to switch over to Minecraft probably. Valkyrie. That'll be fun.
They said legends don't fly, but I like to rise to the occasion.
Ba-dum-ba-dum.
So one box.
Always is. Oh, that's cute.
You're a champion.
Please do not injure yourself. Scoob Senpai. Ah, yes, champion. No levels.
We're jumpmaster music for old timers. Oh, so sorry. Sorry for thinking you might actually be a threat.
Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum.
say die.
Let's make a varsity play for the deck.
Okay. And we're going in for a hot drop, so this will be interesting and probably pretty quick, but who knows. Let's see what we get. Whoop, 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 whoop. No gun. Sure, why not? Okay. I'll take it. Go back up. Awesome.
Well, you can't solve the internal mysteries of the universe without breaking a few eggs.
Better gun.
Shotgun ammo here. Eva 8 here.
Wow, we actually had a non-hot drop in here. This is weird. I don't like that. This is usually like our real shitty place to drop. And yeah, everything's not on fire, so I'm a little concerned about that. Let's go with
Champion's gone. Guess I'll
Elstar.
give the
Ooh,
title
a
to
hemlock.
any old joker.
Alright, let's go with that. I like hemlock. Grenades, we're doing good on. We don't need that. Alright, let's keep going. Da, da, da. Nice. And we'll get rid of that. And none of that useful. And nope. Okay, so we got our energy clip.
Marvin here. Level 6 someone beat us to the punch.
Nice. Alright, so has a big old energy clip for that, so that's good. Are they waiting for the Marv to refinish? Probably. Yep. Alright, test your luck, buddy. Yeah. Our Marv now. Alright, so we're actually in a good spot, but we should get going.
And we've got a whole minute to dawdle.
We should get moving so that we can get more loot. That's worth getting. Especially if I get a rampage. I like that gun. It's pretty funny. We've had all this time to sit here and loot around and stuff. Which is really weird.
We can cruise over here.
Wow, okay. Mm-hmm. Awesome.
R3, R99 here. R99 here. Cool. Safe to touch down. We're already in the next ring. I need a thermite grenade. You kill leader. You data.
Thermite grenade here. Backpack here. Level 2.
Ah, well, that's what I get for not paying attention.
Hey, thanks.
Granata. There we go. Anybody actually go down there or not? Why? Oh. Because they're killing the Merv.
Helmet here. Level 2.
Yep. Why?
Alert 5. Ready to scorch for burn.
Okay.
Burn is a go.
Where are we going?
Let's scan this area. Drinks are not complimentary on this flight, so you'll wish to God they were.
That was silly,
Kill
but
leader.
okay.
Wouldn't mind saying good day to him.
I don't think we should be up here. This is dangerous. But here we are anyway. Oh. Their backpack. Whee! I didn't die. Hooray. See, I want to go over there and get that loot. They're like, no, we should be up here. And I'm like, I don't wanna. Because we're like, this is a really bad spot to be because we're just in the middle of everything. Do we?
There's a swell spot for looting, eh, Newton?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's where we should go.
Half the squad's pieced out. There's the second wind I needed.
Half the squads are gone. We've gotten no firefights. We've done exactly 0 damage. Devotion. I could swap in for a devotion. That'll be nice.
Let's build this quadrant down here.
Yeah. Alright, anything of use there? That was a star. So now I got 2 stars and 4 grenades. Cool. I'd like... Hey, how's it going, Joe? Welcome, welcome. Running amok. Apex has been a bit shifty today, so I'm going to be shifting games not soon after this. But mostly okay.
We can scan this area.
Numpty spotted.
Generally, I would say dinner.
Bogey there.
Where are they ping? I don't see nothing.
Under fire.
Oh,
Pulling the trigger.
Charging on my shield.
really? Fine.
Saga, I'm down.
There you go.
Plenty of fight left in you. And up.
Recharging my shield.
Ah.
Enemy right here.
Well, that's about exactly what I expected.
Reload.
Enemy here.
Yep. Fantastic. That's exactly what I expected to happen.
Bogey here.
Cauliflower onion rings. Cauliflower onion rings. So, like, it's like big chunks of cauliflower that have been breaded and fried? Or is it like the breading on the onion rings as cauliflower? That sounds really good either way.
Joker right here.
Ah, complete out. Yep. Yep. Oh boy. Ugh, yeah, that's exactly what I expected. Yeah, I bet so. Alright, I'm tired of Apex today. This has already just been a freaking shit show with this game. So I'm switching to Minecraft because I'm done with that. It's been such a shit show of a game today. Like, the servers are junk. There's been cheaters galore, and I'm tapped out of that. So, Minecraft it is. And yeah, that sounds really good. I actually had some tikka masala today, where the rice was riced cauliflower. That was quite good. All right, come on, game, get going. Thank you. Pardon me. Ta-da! Launching game. Do 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 do. Ba da ba da ba da ba da ba. Ba ba da ba ba da ba da ba da ba 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 da da. Ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da 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 da. There we go. Ba 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 da. Oh, it did win the vote. Good. Yeah, I actually honestly have not been paying attention to the vote thing. I saw it earlier this morning, basically. And I was like, oh, that's adorable. I like that. really today, camera? There it goes. Yeah, I saw it this morning and it's like, wow, that's adorable. And yeah, it was super cute. I'm glad it won. The copper golem is definitely adorable. Now I wonder, is that only in the... Really today? There it goes. I don't know what the deal is with that today. There was an update today and the tracking has been super buggy. I don't know why. Yeah, see, there it goes again. You gonna... There it goes. Yeah, but I really like it. It looked really cute, and the only... Really today. Really. Thank you. Stupid camera. The two that I saw, the one that like stared at you, and like the little green one with the eyes, and the copper golem, are the only two that I actually saw, because like I said, I didn't look at the boat thing. I think they're really cute, though. I like them. They have really nice designs for a lot of them, and I'm glad that they're doing this, like interacting with the community and stuff. It's kind of funny because a lot of times you'll see the things, it's like, yeah, we're adding this, and it's something that was in a mod for like ever, and they just said heck with it and integrated it into the game. But these actually look like they are their own thing, so that's really nice. Meanwhile, here I am playing a complete mod pack and everything. I'd really like it if Stoneblock got remade in the newest version of Minecraft, but I don't know if any, like some of those mods are probably not around anymore. By the way, what do you have at Christmas? It's not like they're not actually like Christmas. It's supposed to be like their cardboard, and so you know I have an RGB keyboard, so they're cardboard, so just using the Christmas lights to make the RGB glow. It was just a cute thing to be silly. That reminds me, okay, that needs to go away. That needs to go in there. So, since I'm not diving currently, I'm gonna switch out some of my stuff. There it is. There we go. Wow, is that really... How much armor do I actually have? Yeah, okay. Wow, it's that much of a difference, huh? Okay. Put all my diving stuff away. Alright, so I've got my ore tripling going, and that's automated. Got my quartz enriched plant growing. Ah, yes, I have that guy going with the full range of augments now, so that's as fast as this thing goes. Because I was running a little low on that quartz enriched iron. I guess the thing I want to work on now is probably gonna be working on making an enchanting area so I can enchant stuff. Okay, cleared all that out. This is still doing... Alright, so I really wish I knew of a good way to make it get rid of items unless they're enchanted. I don't actually know how to do that. I'm sure there's like a data set that I can do. Because like, that would be really convenient if I could make it just like clear out all that crap that's not enchanted. But I don't know how to do that, so there we go. And I can put away the enchanted stuff. I can actually put away all this stuff. Because it will auto sort to where it needs to be. So that's going, and I've got the blazes going. Which is farming me some blaze rods, so that's nice. That was up to vote that didn't get added with Moo Bloom or the Muddy Pig. Yeah, for sure. A lot of those ones, it was like, well, this is a good idea, we're going to take it, kind of thing, and I appreciate that. Because, you know, some of them were pretty cute, like the little, the cow with the blooms on it, which I guess is the Moo Bloom. I liked that, I thought it was adorable, but, you know, at the same time, I understand it not winning. We have the mushroom and all that, so understandable. There we go. There's more quartz refined iron. Was I working on anything in that digital storage? No, because I've already gotten the whole line done with the fluid storage and stuff. So that's fine and dandy. And thermal doesn't have... That's hilarious. Thermal... See, like, nobody has a good farming thing. What does the blast chiller do? Can I use the blast chiller? Okay, so I can turn molten stuff into their... into their own thing. Obsidian. Oh, lava and a blast chiller makes obsidian. Oh, well. Okay. That is actually really good. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, okay. I can work with that. Heck yeah. Let's do it. Let's make a blast chiller. Packed ice? Oh, I can make an ice thing. Can ice essence make dry ice? Can I just make that directly? Now you can make packed ice. Okay, so, wow, an ice needs its tier 1. Okay, so just 4 blocks of ice and... Okay, yeah, I can work that. In fact, I actually have a good way to do that, so... sort of. You know what, I'm going to make another one of those. I'm tired of having to switch that one around. Glass jar. And what's that? Just an oak button? Cool. Okay, glass jar. Shazam. Do I have the piping on me? I do. Alright, so. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to slap that right there. And do-do. Alright, and yeah, I've already done that. So, but we can use this to make ice. So, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Really? Good. How much is it? 3? Okay. A little buggy there. There we go. Alright, so, yeah, I can make ice several times. Who's there? 3 and 4. Alright, so now I can make an ice seed. Now it's just a tier 1, so all I need is... Ha! That's terrible. You gotta work better than that, man. You gotta put in some more effort than that. Like I'm not gonna know Bofa. Boo! Boo! Level up your puns. I saw an adorable one for Deltarune that was, it's like, yeah, I've got my new spell. It's Bofa, because it heals both of ya. And it's just like, that's too pure. That's too precious. What the heck? There we go. Ice seed. Yeah, which is actually a quest. Of course it is. All the seeds are quests. There we go. Why do I need these? I don't even know what those lasers are for. I've never done that one. Alright, where's my watering can? Sir, there we go. Are you on? Oh, yeah, it is. Turn that to redstone only. Run with redstone signal. There we go. See, I set up that. No! I know a Bofa. Like, Bofa jokes are terrible, dude. You gotta do better than that. Like, oh, Bofa D's nuts. Like, come on, man. Come on. What was that? Oh, that was a target. Yeah, I just set that up for fun. Gotta do better, man. Gotta do better, Joe. Come on. Really? Ah, no. I mean, it's always gonna pick both of them. See, like, this guy auto-harvests, but you need to have an auto-planter. Problem is, if I do the auto-planter, then it's gonna actually take 2 spots away from this one. Which I guess I could. Because it'll only slow the center one down. But, well, even that, no, that's not quite right. Because, like, even if I do... I want to check something while I'm thinking about it. Alright, do I have some blocks with me? Not ones that I want to waste, so... Cobble, thank you. And what was it? It's like sober? Planter? There it is, planter. I need to see if I can make this thing... Well, I don't know why. Yeah, see, even like that, it won't place it upside down. Yeah. That's cute, Joe. Let's see, they did something. Do you see there's something there? What? I see how it is. No love, huh? Yeah, I don't know, man. That, it's pretty funny. That lady, everybody seems to think that she's like one of those like undercover boss kind of things, because she's just really like sketchy. Like everything about that lady just comes off sketchy. Like she's really like way overdressed, and she says that she's worked there before years ago, but doesn't know how to do anything. And like she really comes off as somebody who works in the corporate office kind of thing. So I don't know, but I stay over in my little area and stay away from that. So what did I need the ice for? Oh yes, right, the blast chiller. So I needed packed ice, which I think, is it like that for packed ice? Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I don't know what's going on there. I just know that she does not seem like a normal employee, and yeah. Of course I know Spamton. Spamton is awesome. Spamton is the best. Everybody else is just wrong. The wife was actually trying to get me to play. Wait, what the hell? What just happened there? Oh, yes, I made the thing and then didn't actually finish making the thing. There we go. Yeah, my wife's actually trying to get... yeah, my wife's actually trying to get me to play Deltarune, actually. Because it is pretty cool. And I like Spamton a lot. Like, hey, do you know everybody's favorite #1 rated salesman? Spamton B. Spamton from Deltarune. It's just like, plus he's actually a puppet, so that's neat too. Spamton is awesome. You could be a big shot, big shot, big shot. You could be a big shot. I know there was one thing that was talking about the like cackling at the end. If you slowed it down, it made it sound more like speech. So, but I have yet to see anybody actually say they figured out what he was saying at the end. So that would be interesting to see. Really? Really? 10% chance, and I've harvested all of this, and I've not gotten any extra seeds. Come on. It's ridiculous. Get on with it. Do the thing. Oh yeah, well, I guess what I can do, since this is being a bastard, is I can go up here. Yes, where I have lava, and I can logistics, mechanical. There we go. That's what we're looking for. And put him here. Which will jazz up that. That's just going to be putting out power in general. That's what we wanted. And we want a blast chiller to go here, which I believe has power. And I believe you can input from the bottom. Aha! You can! And he'll slowly make obsidian. Now, obviously, I'm going to make the internal components to make that faster because I'm not going to sit here and wait. Ooh, silicon seeds. That's awesome. That's particularly useful. Oh yeah, the Big Shot song is awesome. You can be a big shot, big shot, big shot. You can be a big shot. Oh hey, sigil of the blood lamp. Do I already have that? Ethereal, air sigil, water sigil. Huh, no, apparently not. Okay. Yes. Components. Let's go ahead and start working on that real quick. So we just need to make a gold gear. Ta-da. There's the component, and then 2 signalum gears to make the better one, and then 2 lumine gears. Ah, I need to make the hardened glass. What was the hardened glass? It was quartz dust, obsidian, sand. Okay. Alright, do we have obsidian left? No. Well, I don't want to waste that. Alright. Dang. Okay. Last time I have to do this. Sir, thank you. Alright, so, oop, wrong way. There we go. And 1, 2, and 1 in there. I mean, like, bah. Well, it does get a little buggy, but yes, bah. Like, I could totally be able to just, like, knob on there. Plus, if I lean over, I could be like, pat, pat, pat. So, yes. The question is, yes. Well, answer, I guess. Alright, so... yeah, since it is like a puppet and all that kind of stuff, it's not like as active as I see some other VTubers able to do. Plus, also, this is a very beginning VTuber, right? Like, this is a very basic 2D rig. It's very simple, and the rigger did a good job, but it's very simple. Hey, there we go. About time I got some seeds. And that's fine. You know, I'm just starting out and everything. I'm not... I cannot justify plunking down the, what, $600 that some people spend on a rig. I've seen that pretty regularly as like a, you know, starting price for a full setup rig. I can't justify that right now because I'm not, you know, I'm just starting out, right? I'm still trying to get an audience and a fan base. So I have actually done a good job. I have started putting all of my VODs up on YouTube now. So that has been a thing. Been able to get that going, and whenever I tweet, I will always tweet the next day that I've put the VOD up so that people can watch it even if they miss me streaming live. Because that's apparently another thing that you should really do, is put things up on YouTube so that way you can, because YouTube's easier for discoverability and will be more likely to get more eyes on. And right now, you know, I'm growing, but I'm still pretty small, and I'm still working on having the concurrent viewers so that I can start being able to have people subscribe so that y'all can start getting emotes, which is obviously the big draw. Because then my wife would be able to do some emotes, and that would be a lot of fun. And I keep saying that she should do emotes because I think she would do a good job at it. To be fair, the person is the puppet and the puppet is the person. So there is no person without the puppet and no puppet without the person. Also, it's like a giant open tube. It's really lower like putting a hat on a hand. Does a puppet count as a glove? That's a question for you. There's some more packed ice. Now, does packed ice turn into blue ice? Yes. Cool. Huh. Okay. And then the blue ice is what becomes the, can be made into the other thing. Blue ice can be used to make dry ice, and dry ice becomes... See, that's my question. Is like, is it still a sock puppet? Like, is a sock a puppet, or is it a glove? You know, it's like, is a taco a sandwich? It's a legitimate question. Just a silly answer. Like, okay, if you let ice cream melt, is it now a soup? Because technically it's just a dairy-based soup with fruit in it. Yay, another seed. Or, since this is live interactions, but also people are seeing it broadcasting, is streaming considered a TV show? Or is it more of like a live act? Huh. Yeah. That's peculiar. Like I said, yeah, I honestly thought like the channel point should be like little cardboard coins. So that like, haha, you put it into the vending machine and you get a treat. Oh yeah, good head scratching. Ah yeah. Ah, the joy of sitting here watching crops grow because I have no better way to do this. I need to get stuff going. There we go. So like every time I want to get a crop growing, I can just make a cloche and have it fed with the Fido Grow. Can I put Fido Grow in a cloche? I don't actually know. Huh, that's something I should check real quick. Sir, turn off the can, thank you. Can I, since I have a near unlimited amount of the stuff to make Fido Grow, can I put Fido Grow in a cloche and does it do anything? No. Okay, well, that's just that. See, Fido Grow works in this guy, which works pretty good, but it's not terribly quick. There we go. And see, I could have like a row of crafters to a phytogenic insulator and have that thing basically just auto-growing, and then every so often... Joke's on you. I have this area well lit. But there are creepers. In fact, there's a whole bunch of all... Really? Turn off. Thank you. There's a whole bunch of everything. They're all right over here in Murder Town. Because I have some really nice stuff set up over there. Let's do that and get to the components. There we go. There we go. Oh, right. Yes, it would help if I actually got the thing that I needed. I'll need a quartz and a sand. That's weird. Well, that's a visual bug. Okay. Yeah, so over here is Murder Town. And inside this darkened area... Oh, I definitely chose violence. I chose industrialized violence. So I have a fan, which forcibly blows them over here. I have this guy, which has a whole bunch of luck stuff on it, as well as, it used to have beheading. I took that off. But it's got a bunch of luck and stuff. And in there is Blurst Earth, which is hilarious. Blurst Earth spawns enemy mobs as well as passive mobs. And so I'm just constantly murdering things. There's all the experience that I get out of murdering things. And here's the stuff that they drop for me, including a lot of this stuff, Infernum. So it's actually a significantly better way to get it than I was getting with just growing crops. So that's hilarious. So basically, I just let the thing go and blender people. And every so often I come empty the loot box. It's kind of horrific if you really think too much about it, so I don't. Alright, so I need a quartz and I need sand. I try not to think too much about it because it's kind of horrific if you actually do. Meanwhile, I'm just over here growing ice because sure, why not? Alright, there it is. Can I just put them direct? No, of course not. I have to actually crush it. There we go. There. In you go. Make the thing. Nice. Alright. Now we have a fancy component for this guy. Wow. Yo, this thing's pretty quick. That ain't bad at all. Look at that. I think all 32 buckets in there. Yeah, he's just cooking up obsidian. This is nice. This is actually just a lot quicker than if I was making it from, like, seed or something. I'm not even gonna... Well, I should make an obsidian seed because it's a quest, but honestly, I don't really need to. How far... what's an obsidian seed? There it is. Wow, it's a tier 3. Huh. Hello? 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 The wifey has returned. I am no longer alone.
Just in spirit.
Meh. Let's see. Alright, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, I need the respirations. How was your walk?
It is okay. Not too hot.
And I need some obsidian. Well, no, I have a bunch of obsidian.
I forgot to wear shoes though, so the bottom of my feet are a little hot.
Ah.
Rubbing against the bottom of my shoes.
Oh, you were wearing
Not
sandals?
shoes, socks.
Ah, I was like... like...
That came
blink.
out wrong.
Like,
I
wait.
walked for like, what, like 30 minutes
And
with
I-
no shoes on.
And I would walk 500 miles and I would... Oh yeah, I was thinking today, I was like, man, Entity getting Huntress is basically just like it putting a box with held up by a stick out in the woods and going pss, 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 until she gets into it. Just like, you know, like a nice mask and maybe a toy under it. Like all the other ones, it's like, ah, yes, you can torment them forever. Or like, you know, you can feed on their fear for eternity. Huntress is just like, here's a new axe? Like, I think she only really showed up because the freaking World War II Germans showed up in the area. And even
More
then,
things to kill.
yeah, not even sure she was all that concerned about them, to be honest. Huntress is pretty awesome.
She's so great.
Did you see this one person on Twitter today posted a picture from another Target where one of the mannequins looks like the lady from Resident Evil?
Yeah.
They put like the one-piece sweater dress and like the broad brim hat on it and a belt. We were like, concern. Alright, I don't need that in there because I have the blast chiller. Cool, so I have an obsidian seed. I don't even actually need it because legitimately that blast chiller is pretty quick. So that's pretty slick. Oh, crap. Well, I didn't want to do that. There we go. We want packed ice. That's annoying. A little bit wasteful. My bad. Hey, there we go. Some more blue ice. Nice. Alright, come on. Give me the seeds. Really? Ugh, bad luck. The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
The one that lives on Drury Lane?
No,
Oh,
the other guy.
what? Who's the other guy? Is it the gluten-free Muffin Man? My nemesis?
Paul can't eat gluten-free things.
Yeah, several things that I've had that are that are supposed to be gluten-free. And not like the lying gluten-free. Like, yeah, these corn freaking taco shells are gluten-free. Yeah, no shit, they're made of corn, idiot. But like, legit, it's like, oh yeah, this is the gluten substitute, gluten-free, blah blah. Yeah, badly allergic to. Me and my mom one time actually tried this one, and it was like a chicken pot pie. And it hurt so bad we almost had to go to the hospital. I was like, well, not having that again. I was like, okay. And it's kind of funny because, like, statistically speaking, the same amount of people who are allergic to gluten, there is the same amount, like, there's like a 7% amount of people who are actually have a gluten allergy. The same amount of people have an allergy to the gluten-free stuff. So it's like, just darn if you do, darn if you don't. Oh, that's good. You should do voices. Voices are fun. I try to do voices every now and then, but mostly I'm just silly, so I just talk that way to begin with. That would be cute. You should. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
He wants to do more voice acting.
Yeah. I enjoy doing it now and then. It's one of those things that, like, I really do like doing it, but then I, like, chicken out half the time. So, honestly, that was, my side blog on Tumblr was actually just me putting, like, voice stuff up. But I've really kind of slacked on that. This is one of those things, like, I'm still trying to get better about actually posting things. And
Yeah, Paul. I had to teach him how to change his avatar. All the background stuff and the tip section at the bottom of this page on Twitch, all me.
Yeah, because I
All the
asked.
accessories for his VTuber, and his gifts, and his little tip jar, me.
Because I
Boy
asked.
can't use social media. I don't know why. He can fix all of our electronic shit, but cannot use social media.
Yeah, it's true. I don't want to do this stuff. That's why I asked the wife. The wife knows how to do this stuff. I'm just like, I'm just here.
I kind of have to because I'm an artist online. I
Yeah.
don't even do that good a job. If I don't, I starve to death.
Oof. Yeah, I feel you there. I actually, for a book fair at a high school when I was younger, since I am a giant person, they needed someone to put on a Clifford the Red Dog costume for the book fair. And, well, I'm 6 foot, so I fit the costume. So I was Clifford the Big Red Dog for the entire day during a Scholastic book fair. And to be fair, it was pretty fun. Like, the little kids were losing their mind seeing me, so that was adorable. I kept having little kids pull my tail and stuff. But in general, a lot of fun. Alright, so we got that going. We have a full set of those now. Hooray! And we've got a bunch of blue eyes, which I can turn into... The heck just happened there? Oh, yes, there we go. We went to there. That's weird. Alright, there we go. And now we can get the blue eyes. Oh, good. We have an even number. Fantastic. Cute,
I
cute.
do not voice act. I can't even talk.
You do cute act is what you do.
I draw pictures.
Yup.
That's all I do. I don't even do that very well.
Yes, you do. Don't lie. Why you always lie?
I gotta post my Miku. I've been getting bad about that.
Yes. Pasta
I
miku.
think it's because I'm getting close to the end.
Pasta da miku. Pasta da miku. Wait, can I make this? Wait, I don't. Yes.
Miku pasta?
Are you an impasta? Let's find it. All I can do. Okay, so we make one of them, and then probably we want the hardened one. All right, and then we have that. Is it? It's 2, isn't it? Right? Hardened. Yes. Oh well. Guess I didn't need that, but okay. All right. So hardened. We'll make the casing. Ugh, really. Okay. Wow, we're out of paste, huh? Okay, well, that's
I
fine.
don't remember where my Miku 100 folder was.
Boom, 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 boom. And, oh, I need another bucket. Need a bucket.
Found it.
There we go. Bucket, bucket. And let's say
Oh, it's Sonic Miku today.
Sonic.
Yay!
Miku, Miku, deshito ata you. There we go. I'll take my bucket back. Cool. We got the paste. And we can do that, and we're working on that one. So, yeah, alright, so upright, cool, and horizontal, cool, might as well. Alright, cube, check. Yeah, whatever. It's always silly about that. Okay, do. We got one of them. And let's get this one. Alright, and here we go. And rod. Make a better one. I said, thank you. Dumb thing. Boop. There we go. Now we got a fancy thing. Which should go a lot quicker. Water text. Yeah, man. Like I said, that's one of those things, like, doing different voices is just fun. It's just enjoyable to do and just be silly. Like, it's nice. It's relaxing. Wait, hold up. Is that a creeper on a boat? Is that a creeper on a boat? Ah, it is. Hey, look, God.
It's a boat.
It's
Did another zombie steal your boat?
No, that's a creeper on a boat.
Oh.
That's just a boat in the wild. That's hilarious.
Oh, he's so lonely.
Yeah, I saw it on the map. I was like, wait a minute, is there a creeper over there?
I saw that video of you when you got mad that there was a zombie on your boat.
Man, because he stole my boat. Right there. Stole my boat.
Who stole your boat?
Freaking zombie. Man. How
That's
dare.
not what you called him.
What did I call him?
The motherfucking zombie.
See, like, there's little boats out there. He stole my boat, man. It was my boat.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, my wife cackles about zombies stealing my boat. How dare.
Fish, that's kind of cool.
Yes, I like fish. Fish are neat.
You're neat.
Man, how dare. There's a zombie who's about to throw a harpoon at me, but I got him first.
Tron boobs.
Noise. Noise. Getting dry ice, cause if you get dry ice ahead of time, it'll make it easier for the nuke reactor later. Which I'll probably be doing later. Is there a thing in there for, let's see, that'll be under power. Energy cell, ender cell, thermogenerator, solar panel. I forgot they had solar panels. Oh, yep, there it is, nuke reactor. Yeah, so it does want me to make it a nuke reactor. Can't believe the ender gates are a thing. I should probably make an ender cell. Alright, well, that'll be a goal for later. I like just using that. And see, I don't even have to worry about all this because I have a nice, fancy, automated way to produce power I don't have to deal with. Boop. I just go right in here, and like, boop. And ta-da! Potatoes are being made into gas.
You say potatoes, I say tomatoes.
Tomatoes?
Potatoes.
Potatoes?
Pancakes.
Yeah, good enough. That's cute. I got a bunch of obsidian. I am so happy with that. I don't have to sit there and do all this crap anymore. I can just get the obsidian that I want when I want it. Yeah. Well, let's see. What does an ender gate require? Ender gates start off with starter cables and an ender core, which I need an energizer for anyways. And then they get progressively. You can either make a basic. Oh wait, I did look at the basic. Wait, so it's the cabling now? Yeah, sure enough. Okay. So it just uses the regular cable. Huh. Well, that's good enough. Neat. Wait, isn't the nitro one like nether stars? I feel like it is. Nitro crystal. Yep. Nether stars and blazing crystals. Jeez. That's expensive. I feel like I could probably farm nether stuff. That's not terrible, I guess. That material stoneworks factory. I could probably upgrade that so But why would I? Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe I should just have this thing running on a crusher. Like, have a crusher and then another crusher. That's a thought, actually. Well, that's not what I meant to do, but it'll work. There you go. Yeah, I could automate having this stuff turned into sand so that I can be able to auto sift stuff. Instead of having to sit here and do this manually, which I do enjoy, being able to like forcibly create resources when I desire them. But maybe I should do it more efficiently. Should also make a gun or a bow, because I need to deal with the dragon in the end. Haven't gone around to that. Oh yeah, that's right. I was supposed to be making enchanted stuff this whole time, and I've been getting distracted by doing shiny things. As I usually do. Where's my hammer? Oh, thank you. Bonk. Nice. Set. There we go. Alright, and we'll make this into the next one. Alright. Oh, yeah, I wanted to tell you about that. Remember that thing I said to take a look at? Undying?
Oh, yeah.
So that is a game where it's like a, one of those like survival-y games.
Yeah.
Where you are in a zombie game and blah de blah, but you start out already bitten.
Huh.
You start out and you are the mom. And so you are playing the game to like get better and get skills and find stuff and blah de blah, so that when you turn, your kid will be more likely to live.
That's cool.
So, and as things go on, you'll start having like, more spells as the zombie virus overtakes you and stuff.
Yeah.
But you might also like get some benefits. Like you may have lower max HP, but now you automatically regenerate, or you might be able to gain health by eating raw meat, things like that. Just from both like sheer luck and stuff like that. And so how long you stay alive and stay human is really kind of random, but there's things that can happen. And so the whole goal is to try and do as best you can to keep the kid alive before you turn.
I like that.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty slick idea.
I don't really care about keeping myself alive.
Yeah, right? Millennials.
Yeah. Get off my screen, you little
Get it. Get it good. Alright, so we got the resources going. So I have set up an automated thing for that as well, so that all this stuff automatically gets pulled into my mass storage system. Which is pretty balls. And it all gets stored into this guy. And it auto crafts certain resources that go into here automatically. And when it does, they'll go into that chest and then go into my mini machine where they'll automatically get ore tripled, which is awesome. I don't have to worry about squat. So I just throw a big old stack of sand in there every so often, and shazam, it makes me a thing. Just like when I come out here every so often. Let's see, cabbages and beets. So I come out here and I harvest up this stuff, and I just have that, immortal pot of soup going. And it just creates soup. Whenever I need to refill my soup, I just get some more soup out of the soup thing. It's pretty awesome. I like it. I like being able to just have that thing set up and waiting for when I need more. But yeah, so that thing's going. I've actually got a couple of things in there to greatly increase the luck from it, which I should be able to check, I think. Yeah, so it has greatly increased luck, but it costs a lot more power. So it increased drop chance by 3%. So it already has an extra 30% chance. And that's pretty cool. So that's a lot more loot coming out of it. And I could speed it up too, which again costs more power. Just having it. Right, so we need enchanting. Now, I can't really do some stuff because I want to do the extractor. But obviously I have to do a machine frame, which A, needs netherite scrap, hard to get, and pink slime, which I haven't set up yet. So that's a bit of a problem. No bookshelves needed for enchanting. That's cool. How do you get that? Oh, it's loot from a purple barrel. Huh. That's pretty cool. It's a rare chance. Neat. Fire mine. Enemies targeting you will burn. That's awesome. That's really good. I own and I own. What was it doing? Oh yes. Just need a regular enchanting table. And yeah, I could do that probably pretty easily. Oh wait, that's the you don't need leather one, but I have plenty of them. What is canvas? Straw. How do you make straw? Cut up I plant for her by cutting grassy crops and plants with a knife. Oh, well that's waste. I'm not gonna deal with that. Right. Paper. Did I set up one? Or did I already take it out? Oh yeah, I swapped it out for the quartz, didn't I? New. Well, I got a good bit of quartz now. Let's see. There's the reeds. Is there a better way to get paper? Let me check. Is there a more efficient way to get paper? Sugarcane, sawdust, which I can get pretty easily. So why would you do 4 sawdust with water that gets you 2 paper when you can do 3 sawdust and get 6? That has to be wrong. But sawdust I can get pretty good. Because you can just pulverize a log and get 8 sawdust. That actually might be better than using reeds. Well, I have them, so I'm going to use them. There. How about let's get... can I do... Yes, I can. There's 3 stacks. So I can make a whole stack of books. Cool. Alright. Book, stack, go. Sweet. Alright. Let's make an enchanter. Boop. There we go. Alright, step 1. We have an enchanting table. Hooray. Yeah, see, I could totally just pulverize those, use the sawdust to make the bookshelves, or, yeah, the paper. I'm going to make another area to work on, so I can have a little enchanting area. So, we're gonna go grab a bunch of cobble. Do I have my building gadget on me? Yes, I do. Fantastic. Well, that's cool. Wow, that just auto-charged. That's hilarious. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just do 7. Why not? And yeah. So, 2? Yes, it's 2. Alright, so we want a horizontal wall, right? Well, no. We want a horizontal column. Vertical column? No, I did want a horizontal column. You know what? Let's just do a surface. There we go. That's fine. Sir? Sir. Do the thing. Thank you. And can I... Let's see. There we go. There we go. That seems fine. Just get rid of this part, and I'm gonna do the just a flat wall out here, which I don't like. I don't like doing even numbers when I can avoid it, so I'm not going to. There we go. Cool. Alright, and surface. No. No, I want horizontal wall. Yeah. There we go. Shazam! Now I have a little area. Alright, back into the bag. And there we go. So this will be my enchanting area. Hurry! Can I use this over here? Not quite. There we go. That's good enough. Cool. Okay. I just wanted to check. Alright, so we'll put our enchanter here. And let's make some bookshelves. Let's just make some basic, I don't think, yeah, it's not really fancy bookshelves that affect anything. Yeah, so there's not really any fancy bookshelves that do anything. So that's all well and good. Bookshelves, bonk. Oh, right, yes, I actually have to have wood in there. Duh. Alright, so we'll just slap those down real quick. And we actually have quite a bit of that lumber around. I just happen to put it into the system. So, there. How about, let's do a whole stack. Boop, 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 boop. Where? What?
It is a video of Phoenix preparing for a trial and doing the most conspiracy-laden shit about how they're innocent. And Maya was like, so you have the autopsy report, right? It's like, and he was like, you at least know who the victim is, right? Do you know who your client is? And he's like, it's not you again, is it?
Rude.
That was a good joke. It's been heard like 4 times.
Yeah, well, you know. Once you... Murder is like Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop.
Happens a lot, my dude.
Oh, wait. I probably can't put that in there. But... Let's get some lapis. And I bet I can put that and that. And yeah, I can get... looks like holding 4 out of that. So, let's do that. Wait a minute. Yeah, there we go. 17. Nice. Alright, so we can get holding 4 out of it. Which is awesome. Alright. Yay. And now we can use a bunch of stuff into that crystal. And we can be way more efficient. So the thing that really is nice with that, the insightful crystal, is that it actually holds experience and can give you back experience very easily. In fact, there we go. Now it is completely full of 400 buckets thereabouts. It has 30,000 buckets in there, which is pretty awesome. But the main thing is it holds blast protection. Cool. All right. It holds all that experience in there, and then when you're enchanting, you can use the exact amount of experience that you want. So you're not wasteful while enchanting things, and that is much better off. So put that in there, 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 and get rid of those 2 bows. All right. So anywho's it's all right. What about this couple? How's the couple going? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wifey is heckin' cute. You can't escape, it's true.
I can leave the room.
Rude. How dare. There we go. Let's do the whole stack. And since I've gotten a little low on some resources, I'm going to just do this real quick. And throw this in as gravel. Now, what I need to do... I wonder if I can just have this... You know, I think I could use the copy-paste gadget and then be able to just do this automatically. If I was really up for it, which I'm not. Alright, so we'll go put that up there real quick. I think it's probably done by now. No, pretty close. Yeah, definitely pretty close. There we go. Sir. There we go. Yeah, so that's all good. Do, 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 do. Yeah. But, oh, yes, close to. Probably need some more nether resources. How do I get netherrack? It's a good way to get that. Well, I can make it. Oh yes, redstone with lava equals netherrack. Gotcha. So I can just make a bunch of that, which I can work. Let's see, can I get ancient debris from anything? Drilling. Netherite dust makes ancient debris. Netherite dust is wanting it, but yeah, that's not worth it. Because you don't get that many scraps back from 4, because what? Yeah, because 4 gets you 2 there. Crusher gets you 3 dirty. Yeah. And 3 can only be enriched to scrap. Yep, so can I make a seed of some kind for scrap? Is that a thing? Doesn't look like it. How about oh hey, netherite. No, it actually is. You can make a netherite seed. That's pretty cool. But you need 4 ingots to do it. Balls. Pretty sure I don't have that. Nope, I have 1. Okay, so I'm gonna have to try my luck with, can you sift soul sand? Probably. Soul sand, cloche bolts. No, doesn't look like it. Okay. I think it was basalt that was the best stuff. Because you do the crushed basalt in the sluice. And yeah, you get a 4% chance of a debris scrap and netherrack. So how can we get basalt? Oh, we can make it as well. Basalt is lava and liquid souls. Well, we could do basalt pretty easily, I think, because we have a lot of these guys. And if I recall right, we can turn those via this guy into liquid souls. I'm going to put a bigger tank. And then it'd be better to do it over here. I don't, well, can you make liquid souls? Yeah, you can make liquid souls here. And then I can just use the lava that's already here to make. That's actually a good idea. So let's do that. Let me set up another tank. What a drum. Let's do a good drum. Okay, 1, 2. 1 drum. And we'll just have that be our liquid souls drum. Yeah. Alright, so cancel, liquid soul, go. And that should probably go into here. Yes, okay, good. So that works out. So we'll have him crafting liquid souls. Those two are crafting lava, although we're out of that. And then we'll just we'll throw a bunch of cobble in there because I've been neglecting to do that. Really need to just auto pump that in. I stopped you to make basalt. Oh, basalt has to be low temperature. Blech. That's annoying. Really? Really? Low temperature. Okay. Well, I can do that pretty easily. Because I really just... You're not doing anything. Well, Yeah, let's make another jar. Okay, I have just enough panes. Cool. Let me cook the panes, make another jar over there. That's it, is what you do. Now that's in my head too. I love you. Alright, so we'll make a jar. Sweet. I've got one of the thingies here. Check. Jar. Check. Let's see. Can we make one of those? What is it? Fire? What is that even called? The thing. Campfire. Campfire. We want a low temperature one. Alright, so campfire, jar, and we want one of those, jar processing. So we want that guy. Dropper, piston, funnel, need to make a chest. Really? I hate when it does that. Just freaking JEI the damn thing. Just, I don't care. Just, thank you. That one works. Jar, hopper, auto processor. Thank you. We'll slap that on like so. And now you can be making that until you run out. Where are you putting it? Awesome. Cool. So that'll just keep going until it feels like it. Until we run out of mob souls. Which will be pretty quickly. There we go. And now you're out. And I don't have to care. But he's still going, so that's fine. Ooh, no flying helicopter. Well, that's ominous. Crusher, there we go. And we'll crush it all into crushed basalt. And now I can try and get nether bits. So I'm going to take a brief second to go to the restroom. So I'll be right back. I hit this one. Boop. And that one. Be right back. I guess I can't hear you, so. Wait. That's the wrong button. That button. There we go, and I'm back. Alright, so we've got some crushed basalt, and see this stuff, wrong way. Pardon me. I have over here a second system set up just for this one. And this, you just throw the crushed basalt in, and that'll get me netherrack and possibly other goodies. So, what was the reason I didn't finish the book over here? Let me see if I can get another bookcase over here. Oh, did I run out of books? I ran out of books. Well, I did run out of books, didn't I? Let's see. Alright, I'm blind. There we go. 2, 3. There we go. 1, 2, 3. And okay, go. There we go. Just so it looks nice. Ta-da! Cool. So obviously this stuff can't get enchanted, but when I make a bow, I can enchant the bow. I should make the electric bow. How are we doing over here? Alright, so we're out of souls. So let's crush all this up. We're not actually out of souls. I actually have a lot of those mob souls. So I can totally just throw more lives into the grinder. But not right now. Alright, let's work on that bow. So we have a few in there already, obviously. We want this guy. Which I honestly almost have everything ready to just make it. Ta-da! And while I'm here, I'll just get this crushed basalt. Delicious crushed basalt. Now, are you doing the right thing? No, you're not. Of course not. It's always like that. There we go. And now if I really wanted to like speed these up to Crazy Town, I'm still okay on power, but I'm always a little finicky about making sure I have a like overwhelming amount of power supply. Alright, let's see how our stuff is doing over here. Hopefully pretty good. Hey, look at that. We got a cobalt chunk. We got some solium dust. A little bit of quartz chunk. That's good. And some debris scrap. We got 3 debris scraps already. Cool. What do I do with debris scrap? Ah, that's right. So I can make it into netherite scrap. Since I have high temperature. Do I have any debris? No. Okay, so I've already done that for what little I had. But yeah, so I got the diamond guy going, and honestly that's pretty quick. Diamond with diamond mesh. I could upgrade him to netherite after a little bit, but again, that would take a little while. Because obviously I'd have to get more netherite. And then I'd have to apply power. Can you not enchant the bow from mechanism? No way. You can get, oh yeah, you can get punch, shotgun, power, flame, and infinity. Well, I don't want flame, but I'd like to get like punch and shotgun. That'd be fun. Sir, I know you can be enchanted. I checked. Can I just not enchant him from the book and I have to get in like the that's a Reaper. Oh wait, that's going in anvil anyways. Huh. Yeah, I probably have to do probably has to be no, it says it can be enchanted. You, sir, are a liar. Well, you can get power and shotgun and infinity. So we have power. So that's power 2. That's power 2. So that'll be power 3. Yeah, so we've at least got power 3 we can put on the bow. And then shotgun. So that's pretty good. Going along good. Still only 1 cobalt chunk, but I have 3 cobalt chunks in there. So that makes 4, and now I have cobalt. I wonder if I can only do cobalt in the smeltery do. Hope not. Because then I'd have to go reclaim that blaze spawner, which would be a little sad. Dang. Yup. Oops, might help. If you... Oh, wow, okay, you can temper glass it. Or I have to have the... no. Yeah, or I have to have blazing blood. Which, yeah. Okay, so he'll get 2 ingots there. Or here is 1 ingot. So it is a lot better to melt it with the blazing blood. Ugh. Man. Huh. Well. Harumph. So it's a lot better, but that's a whole other thing that I'll need to do if I want to. Although I don't use this all that much anymore. Now that I don't need to use it for obsidian. Could honestly just use this for making blazing blood. That's honestly the best thing to do is just set up a second smelter and have a spawner in it so it just collects blazing blood for you. And then, you know, transport it between the two. Because once you have access to unlimited blazing blood, there's no reason not to. I'm sure I have a smeltery controller right there. But I don't have any grout floating around. Yeah, I don't have the resources to... I'd rather do it the more efficient way, if I can. 5. Yeah. Alright, well... Let's see. So... We have sand and gravel. Right here. There we go. So, grout. And we can make more clay. Or okay. Let's see, how much clay do we actually have in here? A fairly good amount. Okay. Wow, that's a lot more than I thought we did. Alright, well let's just do a whole thing then. There we go. And we'll put that in there. And just, there we go. How about that? Ah, I love power tools. Alright, so that's all the crushed basalt. Yeet. How are we doing? Still cooking along. Fantastic. And still only 3 debris. Yeah, it might be worth it to upgrade that to netherite once I get the bits for it. Alright, so go here. We'll get these guys going. Awesome. Give. Yeah. Ah, I love watching the power equipment go burr. Alright, so we need a drain. Okay, check. And like so, check. And we want, we don't need a smeltery thing because this is just going to be for filling up tanks. You're welcome. Alright, and seared, we want a tank. So that's the main stuff we need, and then everybody else can just be bricks. Nyum, bump. And there we go. And that's plenty enough. Where to put this? Alright. Okie doke. Building gadget. Check. Get a bunch of cobble. I love that cobble is just like meaningless now. This thing's already full in it. You start off like you're just trying desperately to get a little bit more cobble, and then it's just like, yeah, I don't care. Alright, that's good enough. Okay, let's see, there's the train. Actually, let's just start with 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so that's what we want. Like so, like so, like so. Throw down lights because we don't want any surprises. That should all be good. Yes, okay. Right then. Bricks. Wait, Smeltery. Tank.
Yeah.
Drain. Always looks funny. I think I actually put that in wrong. Wait, that's right. I like it on this one. And doop. Casting basin. There we go. Alright, so now we just need to make this a little bit bigger. Ta-da! And now he's a working smeltery. Awesome. And we're going to make this a few layers taller. We may have enough. May have just made enough. I think. Because I think I can put... I may need one more layer. Can we roll that? 2, 3. Let's do that. There. Let's see if that'll be fine. Speed cooker. Which is not nearly as fast as that. But it is fun. Smelter Q. There we go. Alright, so 4 bricks. Thank you, sir. Is that enough? Well, I think I'm still slightly short. Dagnabbit. Yeah, I think I am. Yep. Really? Whoa, what was that sound? What? Oh, I know what that sound is. Go away. Ah. Rude. It's been like a night, stupid phantoms. Go away. Go burn. Bad phantoms. Anyways, wrote. So each one is a brick. And we don't have any seared bricks. We have 2. Okay, so that's 1 right there. 2, 3. And that should be it. I think that'll be okay. Because then I think we can cap it and be good to go. I think that's all we need. Because we should be able to just doot. And then I want to not fall in there. And let's say, I usually do this pretty low down. So, like there. Right. Okay. And, book it over to do like so. And I don't care. Well, that doesn't work because that's not cookable. Let's see. What can we cook in there? Really doesn't matter. Single piece of aluminum. How about that? In you go. Alright, so as long as you got something in there that's melted, it will start doing the damage. Now the fun part. Do I have the cardboard box on me? I do. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is be creative. Because I have this set up in kind of a bad way, in that I can't really... I always do that, and I don't know why I think that's going to work. There it is. So anyways... Alright, so... I'm going to leave the blender on, turn the fan off, and then I think I can go like that. Really? Go away, all of you. Give me that. Why are you... I keep doing that, and I still don't know why I didn't that work. I may have set myself up in a bad way for this. Yeah. Alright, so I think what I need to do is turn the grinder off, do this in the opposite way. I really need to make this a better way. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Yeah, that messed up. Where did that even go? What did it just... Oh, it just cardboard blocked one of the freaking bottom blocks. Of course it did. For heaven's sakes. I need to get rid of those. And just like... Do I have Blurst Earth in here? No, that's Blessed Earth. I want the Blurst. Oh, wait, I don't have my stuff on. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah. Let's switch to the not dying gear, because I want to not die when I'm underwater. And I gotta wait for the thing to wear off. Okay. So, first of all, we want to go to this one. And there we go. Second. Did that... What happened to that? Did that put it into the thing? Probably put it into the thing. Yes. Okay, so it did put the Blurst Earth in there. So that's cool. Oh, yes, that's the darkened glass. Alright, so no more spawning now. Theoretically. Alright, so... Check. Alright, that's step one. Okay, grinder off. Fan off. Wait, this might not work. Yeah. Really? Come on. There we go. Okay. You... Lol. So anyways. Alright, so... We need darkened glass, which I have some in here. And I need to figure out where I need to replace it. So... Here and here. And that looks good. Okay. Alright, and I'm gonna go ahead and... That's good. Alright, so I'm gonna get rid of all of that, because I don't really need that with the fan in there, and it makes it really awkward for when I'm doing the other stuff, so... I'm just gonna get rid of it. I got cobble on me? Yes, I do. Well, that's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. Which is fine, I have the glass with me. And I have 6 Blurst Earth, which is a weird thing to be saying. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. Alright, and we're just going to go ahead and refill all of this back in. Lol, every time that does that, it's all going to disappear. Alright, what broke? Oh, wait, that was ethereal, so that should have actually gone back over here. Okay. Did it not? Does a dark ethereal glass just break? Ugh, that's annoying. Fine. Yeah, because it's the glassential one. So that just breaks. That's obnoxious. Right. Okay, so now it's all dark in there? All dark in there. Cool. Alright, Lurst. Here we go. There we go. And I'm out. Fans on. Did I miss this? No, the light's not in there. Okay, that's just an illusion. Grinder's on. Alright, so everything's back to normal. You. What do you have? You have Podzol, lily pads. You have nothing of interest to me. You are now going to cease to be. Good news. No. There we go. Ah. Hello. There we go. Awesome. So, that... Oh, wait. Oh, I don't have fans on the sides, do I? Right. Well, that's unfortunate. That's fine. Fan off. Wait. Fan on. There we go. Alright, so anyways. You die. There we go. Alright, so all of them are gone now. And we need to... yeah. My bad. That's fine. There we go. There we go. And then... oh boy. That was almost bad. Because that would kill me. Because that grinder will actually just completely murder me. Yeah, it will just murder me. Nope. There we go. Okay. Alright, so that's now all good. That grinder does a stupendous amount of damage and will kill the heck out of you. So you have to be careful while using it. Alright, so... Junk bow, junk bow, junk bow, junk bow. Junk pants, junk pants. Enchanted. Cool. Alright, so the only thing I need to do is put away that and that. That's what we want. Another cobble. Change clothes. Put away the divey stuff. Alright, so putting the gotta put the alright, so Lurst Earth back in place. There we go. Fan on. And Murder Town is back up and running. And much less murdery to me, which is more important. There we go. Alright, and all the loot. Hooray! Nope. Okay. And actually, I did need that cobble. Because I'm going to go over to this one, which now has liquid metal in it, so I have to be careful not to fall in. And do that. And do that. There we go. And now we'll take the cobble. There we go. And now he's sealed in. So... oh, yes, I actually need to do one thing real quick. Oh, Nelly. There we go. Alright. So now that'll quickie murder those guys for me. And so that makes Blaze Blood, which is the fancy way to run a smelter. It also lets you put that cobalt in there. So now I can get the good stuff. Well, that's unfortunate. Are y'all spawning out here? Better not be. Shouldn't be, but sometimes it gets a little buggy. So I'll keep an eye on that. But they shouldn't be able to spawn out here. I may make it bigger if they keep spawning out here. So then what you do is we get can I empty this tank? Oh, of course not. So you still got a little bit of... Oh, that's a problem. Alright, so... Sir, what the heck? That's that boat's right nearby. That was easy. Alright, well, we gotta fix that. Yeah, I know. Shut up. Alright, so we have to fix that. Give me that back, thank you. 600. Well, that's honestly fine. We can just take this tank. Throw him here for right now. There's a way to get the liquid out. It's like a piper? Dropper, right? Dropper? Dropper. I just need glass. Yep. There we go. Dropper. Ta-da! Mechanism adds really convenient stuff. There we go. Yeah, I want all of the liquid out here. No, why won't you do this? Let's see, how much do you have left? And you have 550 and you're empty. Cool. Now you're empty. There we go. And now, awesome. Alright, so now you're an empty tank. Cool. So what you do is throw that in there, and now it's full of fancy stuff. Well, it will be. Cool. Alright. And now we get the tank out, which is now full of good stuff. So that seared blood lets you do real nice stuff. Particularly, it lets you smelt much quicker, and it also lets you do fancy stuff, which I think I have enough in there to get the... Oh, for heaven's sakes. So anyways, where did you come from? Alright, well... You know, I literally said, I don't have to worry about creepers, they won't spawn, and then I get attacked by things, so... Alright, fair enough. Talk shit, get hit, so here we are. I thought I had everything lit up just fine. Apparently not. Yeah, it's probably out here, if I had to hazard a guess. Alright, there we go. Now, much better. Put that away. Alright, put that away, put that away. Put that away. Put that in the tool bag with all the other stuff. Right, so. Hey, cool, we got our ingots of cobalt. 2 fancy ingots. So we need to expand that so that that stuff won't happen anymore. So we need to make clay. Let's do that. Or how much can we do? There we go. How about that? How much more can we do? Can we do 24? Can we do 32? 30. Is there a better way to get clay? let's find out. You can do the dropper on the block, injecting water into it, chemical injection chamber, or yeah, so. Not really. What that? Water, gravel. Oh, well, that's just sand and gravel with water in a thing. Gets me a lot of clay. Alright, well, that's not bad, actually. Considering I have infinite sand and gravel, that's pretty easy to deal with. Wow, really? I thought I had a better lit up here. Alright, so let's say sand and gravel. Oops, my bad. Yeah, so sand and gravel, and then just buckets of water. Because I have a no temperature guy over here. Yes. It's not connected. Da. There we go. Alright, so that. There we go. And there we go. And there we go. Cool. Alright. You can do all kinds of weird stuff with these jars, which is pretty cool. They're kind of one of the like, oh yes, this will be a mechanic that you'll use a lot. And then I never really did, because I didn't need to. Alright, give me tons of clay. Let's just keep going until it runs out. This is really nice, because I can just sit here and crank out a bunch of clay, and then I don't care. Alright. There we go. That was a lot of clay. And that will be 32. Awesome. Alright, refill my soup. Thank you. Throw in the clay blocks, and grout. Give. Oh, that's 2 stacks. That's a start. See, we need to make that a 5x5 instead of a 3x3 like I made it. So I need to expand a bit. There we go. Let's get that going. You're going. Maybe I should make that, what is it? It's like add-ons. Yeah, that's what I need. Range. I have range add-ons, so I don't have speed. Range. I need efficiency and speed. Okay, so that's 2 blaze rods. What's the difference? 2 diamond. Let's just do that. Let's do tier 2 on both of those, because it's pretty much the same thing. So 2 blaze rods, 2 redstone, 2 blaze rods, 2 glass, and 2 diamond gears. There we go. And while I think about it, let's replenish our diamonds. A little bit. Alright, so there's all that. Bricks. Thank you. Bricks. Thank you. Bunch of diamonds to put back in for the ones I just used. Alright. And do we have latex? Yes. Do. Why don't you have power? Pardon? Why you know? Sir? Sir. Ah, for heaven's sakes. Anyways. Why is he not getting power? Hold on. Got a bit of a futziness. You are working. working. So there's... He's slowly draining power for something. Maybe that? No, that shouldn't be draining power. Because that's only 240. Alright, what's going on? Why am I losing power? The heck? How? How did you run out of gas? You... hydrogen, oxygen... Why aren't you working? Why are you... Oh, son of a gun. Okay, I know what happened. My bad. Alright, so we need a void upgrade. And we need it fast. Hilarious. I apparently hadn't made one of those. It's like, man, what am I losing? It's like, how am I out of power? This should be basically infinite. There it goes. Alright. I was wondering. I was like, man, what the heck? Fixed it. What did I just throw? Okay. Alright. Yes. Void upgrade. Oh, hey. Copy paste gadget. Okay. Well, that's cool. Alright. Put you away, you away. Why do I have a bunch of sand with me? Copy paste gadget's pretty cool. I can totally use that later. Ah, simple machine frames. Disenchant need. Ah, you need advanced. Well, 2 netherite scraps. Oh wait, but I need pink slime, which I do not have. Right. Alright, back on task. Yes. What was it? Oh yeah, right. Okay, so now that power has been fixed. Yeah, okay. Brain is back. Because it's over here. Alright, so that should be... There we go. An add-on. Yeah, you're back to powering, so you're jazzy now. Alright, so that'll get me 1 add-on, which is the efficiency. And then I want... add-on. We want the speed. There we go. Speed. So that's sugar, diamonds, and redstone. Okay. Redstone. Sugar. Diamond gears. And 2 panes of glass. There we go. Alright, so that should be our tier 2 server. What did I do wrong? I may have done something wrong. Speed. Diamond gears, sugar, glass, redstone, latex. Yep. There we go. Knew it had to be something. Alrighty. There we go. Alright, so that's efficiency and speed. To put on the material stoneworks, which will keep me set up with sand and gravel at all time. I can just slap those right in, and Shazam! Way faster. And still barely using anything, so it's just, you know, a tick at a time. Does processing work on that? I don't know. I can find out, though. Okay, so diamond gears. 2. Glass. 1, 2. Let's see, what was it? Processing. It was 2 glass, 2 diamond, 2 redstone, and then a furnace. A furnace. Come on. Do I not have a cobble in there? Oh, I don't have a cobble in there. There we go. One of those. Go downstairs. I need 2 of these and 1 of these. Actually, just 1 of those, because I just needed a crafting bench. There we go. Log, go back. You go here. Need to throw one of these in here. Right there. Do you... You're empty on that. That's okay. Alright, so that'll be going, and I need to go to you, and I'll just cook that up. And how much latex did I have in there? Probably not much. Dang. That's unfortunate. Alright, so that'll have to wait for just a second. But that'll be ticking along. And then I can make a processing one and see if that helps any. There we go. Can I make a plastic seed? No way. Maybe. No. Latex, maybe? No. Rubber. Aha! Yeah. Which gives us the... Can be smelted into cured rubber. Can cured rubber be? Cured rubber is only the thermal series. Dang. And industrial foregoing doesn't play nice with anybody. Bugger. And latex can only be gotten from... See, like, that latex is the wrong latex, because that's just, Yep. Well, apparently... no, I wanted to get it. So, yeah, so it's only from the fluid extractor. Yep, so I'm just doing it as good as it can be right now. Oh well. That's unfortunate. Can't speed that one up. How are you? Almost to a bucket. There we go. I got a bucket. We can go there. Redstone. And there we go. Alright. Okay, and we're going to see if that speeds up the Stoneworks factory as well. I think it does, but I don't know. There's only one way to find out. In which case, that will be really nice. Because that thing doesn't take hardly any power. Like, it's not really noticeable, but... So if I were to do that... That's pretty quick. It's a second a tick and it's 60. So it's not really... Didn't seem like I really did much, but that's okay. Yep. Alright, so that didn't really do much, but that's okay. We're going to go over here, and we're going to expand this guy. This needs to be a 5x5 instead of the 3x3, because it's just not big enough. So, there we go. And... Alright, so let's expand this out. Alright. Do I have any extra cobble? I do. Cool. Okay. There we go. Oh, wait. No. Alright. And blocks. Alright, so that's 5x5 now. Alright, there we go. Did I do that right? I think I did that right. Woo. Wait, that's only... That's a 4x4. I need this to be... Ah, yes, it would help if I actually did. It would help if I counted correctly. You know, that thing that's particularly helpful. There we go. Now it's a 5x5. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Haha. Just put one of those down there just for safety's sake. Alright. I don't need to do that. I just need to do this wall. Right? And this wall. Okay, so this will get me a 5x5 area in which to summon things to burn up. You know, like normal. Because why murder things by yourself when you can just automate the murder? That's much more efficient. Alright. And there you go. Good enough. Alright. Wow! There's now liquid blood in there. I don't know what I was thinking. Ow, ow. Yeah, you gotta really watch out there. When you have liquid metal in there, any living thing that goes in there will take a lot of damage and make liquid blood. Except for blazes, because those make blaze blood, which is fancy blood. And the only way to get rid of the liquid blood is to pour it out. So, this was not nearly enough. I need more bricks. Well, unfortunate. I don't want to go near that boat. You know what? I'm going to pick that boat up. There we go. No, boat, come back. Boaty, come back. Go in my inventory. There we go. Alright, I'm tired of that being buggy over there, so let's just do this one. There we go. And we'll put a torch up here to prevent stupid stuff from happening. Alright, so I need to make some more grout, but that will be sufficient. How many more bricks do I need? A bit. Let's see. 1, 2, 3 there. 1, 2 there, so that's 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5, and then 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4 by 1, 2, 3. So that's 12, and 5 is 17. I have to do 17 more. Well, 16. 16 on 4 is 64. So I need 64 grout. Let's see if we can do that. Yes. Yes, I can. Well, guess I had enough. Fair enough. Yeah. Look at that. That thing is all full up already. That's so nice. I could actually set that up to like auto input or something like that. Have it set up in a crate, but I just haven't felt the need. Alright, so that should be that. And I should be able to make, for heaven's sakes. There, up, there we go. There we go. I think I counted correctly. Maybe. But, there we go. Alright, so completed. Big boy, liquid metal. Okay. Jazzy. Alright, so we're going to go over here. I don't need cobble on me. And now this should, in quotes, be a contained structure. So from there, 1, 2, yeah. Yeah. And then put him in, break those, and then like so. And there we go. So that should be a contained 5x5 structure. Get all that out. And in theory, we're going to wait a second to see if this works. This means that those guys should spawn. Check. And they should be unable to be spawned anywhere but in the death zone. Yes. Looks like it. And we look like we don't have any leaks. Alright. So there we go. Yeah, it's a mod. As with most questions, it's probably a mod. And it's a hats mod. So you can put all kinds of mod. That's why I Oops, wrong button. There we go. That's why I have the Nyan Cat rainbow coming out of the back of my head. Because, yeah, it's a mod. You get hats. There's hats. There's bats. There's all kinds of things. I hate the bats, but there's no good way to deal with the bats. Maybe I should put some spikes up there or something. Enchanted, enchanted. Looks like that's all the enchanted. That's fine. Go away. Alright, so, I guess the next big thing to work on is going to be making pink slime. I'm going to have to work on that. Because that is for a mod that will let me do a few other things. Particularly, it will let me take the enchantments off of enchanted stuff, which is really good. It's the easiest way to do that sort of thing. Let's see, no spawning up there. No, yeah, looks like no leaks. Alright. Heck yeah. Give, really? Thank you. Right, and there we go. Sometimes weird things will show up in there, but that's okay. There you go. And I could even just put a lever on this and have it just pouring the seared blood in there. Ta-da! But yeah, now we've got a whole bunch of the goodness. Sorry, thank you. So, we can get that out of there. And one thing I want to do is, honestly, I will move the lava tank over here. There we go. Just a little quick sorting thing to make sure that I don't have to care about this. Really? I just saw one spawn. How? No way. No, not worth it. They'll come back up. Hup. Really? Really? How? You shouldn't be able to spawn outside of a 5x5 area. Anyways, I may just make this like a, flippers. There we go. Alright, so now that'll auto do that. Am I out of lava? No way. Oh, yeah. No way, though. That's weird. What's up with that? Why did he... Peculiar. Oh, probably to fill up that giant ass tube that I just hooked up. Yeah, that would do it. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. Can I make a thing to pump out items automatically? Well, that's a thing for another time. For right now, I can just sit here and, you know, I could do a smart thing and, since I doubt I have any tanks floating in here. What do I got here? Nope. Shift N. Nope. I don't think I have any black hole tanks. Unit. Yeah. Black hole. Controller. Let's see. Simple black hole tank? Can I just slap one of those together? Yeah, I can. Well, actually, Supreme? Yeah. Well, if we're gonna do that, there we go. Nope. Stop on. Supreme. Yeah. If you're gonna go stupid, you might as well go stupid. See, what we can do is, I think, this was a thing. Mechanical pipe. And let me just make sure that we don't mess this up. Where's my bucket? Did I just use the bucket up? I just used the bucket up. Dang it. So, just to prevent stupid. Okay. So here we go. Awesome. And now, all we gotta do is get the tool thing out. There it is. And boop. There we go. So whenever there's more of it, it should auto pull it. Although we do have the stupid board in there. Oh, it got jammed up with the thing in there. That's fine. That's how we get this done. There we go. Alright, now it's jammed up with blood. And now it can only pull out blaze, because all the other stuff is gone. And I'll need to figure out how to look at that go. That's awesome. So this will just permanently produce this stuff, which will run into here. But for now, that is the end of my stream. So thank y'all for coming, and I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye now.